see it. Yeah, is my screen is visible, right?
Yes, yes. Please go ahead.
All right. All right. So basically, why do we need to have an online presence? Like we said earlier, in 10 years' time or even 5 years' time, uh, everything that we do is going to be online, whether as it is for flights, hotels, everything we look for recommendations and reservations online. It's the old school technique of a doctor referring it to a specialist who refers to a specialist is dwindling down. Patients are going to directly look up doctors, look up their credentials, look up their reviews, and come to them directly. So it's important, it's imperative that we start having an online presence and an accessible portal at the earliest. Now, it goes hand in hand with private practice. And it's not just for patients, it's also for peers, so that when someone looks up, if someone needs to refer a patient to you, not everybody can pick up the phone and call you, so they can also be able to look it up online. Also, if you're online and on social media, you're posting things about yourself, it helps because you're creating awareness about a new, say, a new examinase or a new femtolastic, an unusual case that you saw, a conference that you participated or got an achievement or an award in. Let people know about it. Although you need to do it measured so that you don't overdo it, but you should definitely do it. uh, Also, in terms of building a practice, uh, being online on social media is also a good way to connect with peers, but that doesn't really necessarily build your practice, but it's important. So once you've established and understood why you need to have an online presence, the next is to start off. The first thing and the most important thing is to have your own website, because this is one place where no one is going to post a review, no one is going to decide what photo goes on, what are the details that will be put up. It's your story in the way you want it, in your words, with no restrictions, no limits. And it's not for other doctors. It's I mean, maybe for referrals, but it's the most important way patients can connect to you. So you have to start off on your website. Luckily, oculoplastics for me is a very, very visual branch, so that works well. How do you do that? The first thing is to register your domain, whether that's your name or doctor, your center's name. Go to a hosting site like GoDaddy, Wix, or MailChimp, buy the domain, and then slowly you can build content and build the site. You don't even need to have a professional web designer. Website designing now is like making a PowerPoint presentation. You drag and drop, change the font, add a picture, and you can you know uh, keep modifying it on the go. Roadblocks that I initially felt was a whole an inertia. I bought my domain in 2014, but I eventually ended up making my website in 2017 or 18. So uh, it's a technological block that we have in our mind, and if we think we cannot overcome it, then it's even worth hiring a web designer to make it. Because at the end of the day, having your own website and making patients reach to you through a website is going to pay for itself. What about Facebook? It's the necessary evil in our lives. I absolutely detest it, but I spend at least half an hour on each day on it. If you look at the average age of the Facebook user, it's about 40 years. So you can use it to your advantage. Remember that Facebook is not just amongst your friends who are already there. You can actually harness the use of Facebook to reach out to people who don't know you or don't know about you. So create a professional page apart from your personal page, and don't mix them. You also want to stay away of constantly being on Facebook and self-promoting, or look, I went here, look, I went there, I got this award, that award. Don't make it an echo chamber that people just get, after some time they get bored of it and they don't want to see posts from you. Interact with people. Also, be a little cautious, because if you're posting a photograph of a patient or something, consent is important. If you're using to look to make Facebook into a professional, harness it professionally, then I would strongly recommend that don't talk about politics, don't talk about cricket or any other thing which could be controversial on Facebook, because unknown to us, a lot of patients or people whom we don't intend to look, whom we don't want to, read what we're posting, actually end up reading that. There are also guidelines about what you can post and what you can't post on Facebook. What about Instagram? Now, Instagram is obviously, we know what it is. It's the photo-based app. But the key things here is hashtags, how you tag things to it. As now, if you look up LASIK, you would see that half the posts on LASIK which are tagged LASIK have nothing to do about LASIK. And yet these are the ones that are the most popular. These are the most topmost posts. Similarly, when you look at cataract, sure, half of them are of cataract, but a lot of them are not cataract, because these doctors and these specialists have now realized that you need to up your social media game. It's not just about posting academic things and surgical things. You should also, this is a portal for patients to have a look into your practice, your personal life. What you did, what you ate for breakfast, where you went for a vacation. People like to see the human side of you, so you can also use that to post these things. It's a personal connect that patients have with you. Remember, compared to Facebook, the average age of the active Instagram user is 23. So you can be really popular as well. These are ophthalmologists, and like one is a triathlon, an Ironman athlete. The other used to be a model and now is a cornea specialist. 45,000 followers. So all of these things can, and it's you need to, if you use it well, patient generation can be very high. Also, you thanks to Zuckerberg, now all platforms are integrated, because you can have a post on Facebook that also goes on to Instagram, and you can also have a post on Instagram that goes on to Facebook and Twitter at the same time. So you can merge platforms such that you amplify the reach of a post. What about YouTube? YouTube is surprisingly very useful. Now, what do you post on YouTube? You can post surgical videos, you can post examination videos, informational talks, talking to patients about, say, different types of lenses, what do you expect in a cataract surgery, how is your recovery of a cataract surgery. You can also have patients to give feedback about how their experience was during the treatment with you, so that they can you can click a small video and put it on that, so patients who look for you may also stumble upon that and realize that, okay, there are patients who had a good time. The YouTube search algorithm is something that I've never understood, but keywords are important, just like hashtags are important for Instagram. As is the case with Instagram, and it is with YouTube, posting one thing in 1 month will not help. It has to be high quality, it has to be relevant, and it has to be frequent. You have to be consistent in your efforts. Only then, in the long term, will these things show results. So when you post a surgical video, you've seen Dr. Pradeep Mohanta, who's a rock star in cataract surgery. It's not just for peers, it's for residents, it's for fellows, patients. The higher the quality of your video, the more views it gets, the more people see it, and the higher it will rank up in your search when people look for it. In your videos that you post, you may want to again integrate everything, link it back to your Facebook, to your website, to your Instagram. And it's also seen as validation, and it's the ultimate external audit, putting your surgical video out there, letting the world know, hey, this is how I operate, this is my before and after. Obviously, your results are there for everyone to see, and only a confident surgeon would be able to do that. So patients see it in that way, and can also, that can serve also. It can serve as a route for you to generate patients. Also, if your videos do well, you could also monetize it if you have enough subscribers and public hours of watching. But what would a patient think about seeing a YouTube video? It's important because that's the way they connect with the doctor. If you can do a hospital tour of your a video of your hospital tour, so that way the patient already knows the hospital before coming to you. You'd be surprised, patients are very tech savvy and they're not afraid of blood. A lot of my patients actually end up seeing surgical results, surgical videos, and come back. This is a video that a message that a patient sent me. They saw a dermal filler video and said, I need to get a filler done. You're charging too much. I found this. I'm going to buy the filler and come. It's only 5,000 rupees. Just tell me the cost, how much it'll cost for you to fill it. It's like that patient telling the doctor, plastic surgery aapko nahi karna, main plastic lata hu, aap sirf surgery ka kaam bataiye. So you can have something unusual and weird here, but that's how patients are, and it can definitely help generating patient footfalls. My experience was, like I said, there was a lot of inertia from 4 years. I wrestled with the idea personally that I'm a doctor. Why should I market myself? But that is the reality of today. You can easily build it and do it yourself. For the past 5 years, 4 years, 5 years now, I've been on YouTube. I have almost 6,000 subscribers, and that for me serves to be my biggest referral base for patients. Uh, your website should not just, thankfully, like I said, oculoplasty allows you to post before and after, and visually tangible results are seen. Uh, it should be customized to phones also. 80% of all people visiting a website do it on their smart devices. So your website should be, customized to how it looks and feels on a mobile phone or an iPad also. Have accessibility so patients can write to you, seek appointments, or even get online consultations from you. I end up getting 20 to 30 queries a week that result in about 3 to 4 procedures a month. Instagram has shown a lot of promise because here it is you who is responding immediately, and it's a direct connect that you respond quickly with them. Patients have come, they send you videos, they can come and get operated. These are patients who had seen. So this is a patient who got in touch with me on Instagram after seeing a YouTube video and eventually got operated. So all of these platforms end up pushing at least 3-4 patients a month towards surgery, and these are organic searches that have come up themselves without having a PR officer or someone going out and reaching or paying for advertisements. YouTube videos, I have almost 40 videos and now 6,000 subscribers. It helps because this is the widest reach. In Facebook, whatever you post usually reaches within your friend circle. But in YouTube, you just post it, then it goes out there. Anybody who wants to search for what they are looking for will find it if you have it. So it is important to put the right keywords on YouTube. Of course, you get a lot of patients who frivolously come in and keep asking for appointments and things like that, but things may not materialize initially. But you have to fight through that period, and be regular in posting what you do for it to get traction. So to summarize, start early. If you're starting private practice, like we were discussing, when is the right time? Whenever you feel you're ready to start private practice, you need to have a social media presence, a website. It has to be a strong approach. You have to be consistent in posting what you do, and there will be an incubation period. You will see 5-6 months, maybe a year or two, where you're posting things. There is not enough interaction, not people seeing it, but your digital footprint in the internet is your place that eventually has to be there. The longer you're there, the more dividends it will play eventually later on. 3 things that I always tell doctors not to talk about unless you're very clear on your website, unless you are doing it deliberately, is never discuss pricing on phone or on your website. Never give out prescriptions on the phone or email, and don't post pictures without consent. Paid promotion, I haven't yet done it, but whether it's ethical or not is something that each of us needs to decide and take a call on it. So I think that is it from me in terms of how to optimize social media presence online and how to market yourself in ophthalmology.
Thank you so much, Dr. Akshay, and excellent as